It was a cold, moonless night when Emily decided to explore the abandoned mansion on the outskirts of town. The locals spoke of it in hushed tones, calling it the House of Whispers. The stories were as chilling as the wind that howled through the skeletal trees surrounding the decaying structure. Emily's curiosity overcame her fear as she pushed open the rusty gate, its hinges groaning in protest. The mansion loomed in front of her, its darkened windows like hollow eyes staring into the depths of her soul. The air felt heavy, and a stifling silence enveloped her as she stepped over the threshold. The floor creaked beneath her every step, echoing through the desolate halls. Dust-covered furniture, draped in ghostly sheets, lined the once opulent rooms. She felt an unsettling chill crawling up her spine, but Emily pressed on, drawn by an otherworldly force that seemed to beckon her deeper into the heart of the mansion. As she ascended the grand staircase, a faint whisper danced through the air. At first, Emily dismissed it as a figment of her imagination, but the whispers grew louder and more distinct. Unintelligible voices seemed to echo from the walls, a cacophony of long-forgotten secrets clawing their way into her mind. The walls seemed to close in around her as the whispers intensified. Emily's heart raced, and she quickened her pace, desperate to escape the suffocating presence. The once majestic corridors now felt like a labyrinth, twisting and turning, disorienting her senses. In the dim light, Emily caught a glimpse of shadowy figures flitting in and out of her peripheral vision. Panic seized her as she stumbled into a room that seemed to pulse with an unnatural energy. The air was thick with an oppressive malevolence, and the whispers crescendoed into haunting wails that resonated through the walls. Suddenly, a cold gust of wind blew out the candles, plunging the room into darkness. Emily fumbled for her phone, the only source of light in the void. The room seemed to come alive with unseen entities, their whispers now a chorus of tormented souls. As the pale light of her phone swept across the room, Emily's eyes widened in terror. Shadows danced across the peeling wallpaper, revealing the anguished faces of those who had met a grisly fate within the mansion's walls. The room echoed with the cries of the lost, trapped between the realms of the living and the dead. Frantically, Emily retraced her steps, the mansion now a labyrinth of nightmare. The whispers followed her, a relentless force that seemed to feed on her fear. Each corner she turned brought her closer to the heart of the mansion, where a presence more sinister than any ghost awaited. Finally, she reached the mansion's grand ballroom, a cavernous space draped in tattered tapestries. The whispers reached a deafening crescendo, drowning out the sound of her own terrified breaths. In the flickering candlelight, a figure materialized at the far end of the room, a ghastly specter that seemed to draw darkness into itself. Paralyzed with fear, Emily watched as the figure slowly advanced, the whispers now forming chilling words that echoed in her mind. The ghostly apparition raised its hand, pointing accusingly at her. The room erupted in a deafening roar, and Emily's scream joined the chorus of the tormented souls as the darkness consumed her, leaving only the echoes of her terror lingering in the House of Whispers.